Now, do you guys know what AAR stands for? No, some you do, some you don't. I'm going to tell you. AAR, All American Racers, Dan Gurney. Welcome to another episode of Hot Wheels TV. Today we have the quick shifters from Hot Wheels. And you know, this is something that we don't normally do, but we're starting to do a little bit more and more. We're going to have a little fun with this one today. We're going to do a little trivia, all right? So let's get right to it. This one is the little pink S2000 Honda that Suki drove in the first Fast and Furious show. Now, this one here has BBS wheels on it, and the real car had, let's see if I can pronounce this right, Motegi, M-O-T-E-G-I wheels on it, all right? And there were a lot of things that were done with this car that you didn't see in a movie. So there was no cage in it. There was no fuel tank in it. There was a fuel cell in the back, and there were, like, a lot of the things were put together because the car was going to definitely be destroyed. And for the jump, where she jumps over the bridge, there was a dummy in the car because there was no cage in the car. So they put a dummy in the car, remote control, and that's when she went over and said, "Woo!" Slap that butt. And so that's Suki's S2000 car. We're going to rip this open and give it to my my granddaughter. You know she's going to take every one of these anyway. So, of course, this one's pink. And she loves this car. She loves this car. She watches Suki all the time jumping that bridge and going through the whole Fast and Furious. Wild. All right, number 2. This is a Nissan Skyline GTR BCNR 33. This one was in Tokyo Drift. And this is the car that Han saw at the stoplight. And when he took off, he went and did donuts around the car. And there were 2 girls in the car. That's when he got the girl's phone number. That's pretty much the only time that you're going to see that car. Now, in the movie, the car had 19-inch Volk Racing CE 28N wheels. You know, they were alloys by Rays. And so the wheels on here are pretty close in replication. And this car does look pretty good. It's, you know, of course, it's got metal base and a metal body on it. But this is a really good-looking car. All right. And number 3 is the 2003 Honda NSX Type-R. I've always called it an Acura NSX, but hey, we've got a couple of these roaming around our city. This is the one that Mia drove in the first movie, The Fast and Furious. And the wheels on this one, I have no idea what they are. But this thing is a really decent-looking car. Black, with a black base, red interior, and very dark windows on it. But that's all I got on this car. Couldn't find really too much about it. Next one up, number 4. This is the 70 Plymouth AAR Cuda. Now, you guys know that I'm a muscle car guy. Grew up in the whole muscle car era. And this is definitely my forte. Now, do you guys know what AAR stands for? No, some you do, some you don't. I'm going to tell you. AAR, All American Racers, Dan Gurney. Dan Gurney and his All American Racers raced in the scca Trans Am series back in the late 60s and early 70s. The AAR was done so they could use that in the Trans Am series, just like the Pontiac Trans Am and the Challenger TAs and stuff like that, and the Mustangs. Now, the rule was that the manufacturer had to make 500 production cars to be able to run in scca Trans Am racing. Now, that was the 69, or not 69, but that was the Camaro Z28. That was the AAR Cuda. That was the Challenger TA. That was the Mustang Boss 302s, the Javelins, you know, stuff like that. So there were actually 2,724 AARs done with 340 3 deuces, all right, 3 2-barrels. Now, the race-ready cars were screamers. I mean, they made like 500 horse at $8,000. Street cars, no, they didn't make that much. Well, actually, they said that they only put out like 290 or whatever, but that they were a lot more than 290 horse. But yeah, the AAR CUDA, Dan Gurney's All-American Racers, and it was a purpose-built car for SCCA Trans Am racing to go against the all the other manufacturers. Pontiac Trans Am, that's where that came from, right? Okay. Now, the car in the movie was actually a 72 Barracuda. They only made AARs in 1970. And the wheels on that one are American Legend wheels that make them look like the early Hillebrand wheels. And those are really cool wheels, but they're not for any AAR, okay? The one here on the Hot Wheel, these are these look like the actual SCCA mini lights that you see on any of the Dan Gurney cars or any of the Trans Am cars that you see in pictures, like this one here. So this one here is done black on black on black. The hoods were done in a semi-gloss black on the real cars. This one is done the same way. The side stripe is a broken up stripe and says AAR on the back with American looking colors. I've never actually seen a black AAR CUDA, but apparently they made 36 of them in XT9 black velvet. So there you go. But this one's done up in black, and it's got a black interior and very, very dark windows on it, and a semi-gloss black metal base on it too. Okay, there's your SCCA Trans Am history for today. Now the next one up is the 65 Corvette Stingray Coupe, and in the movie they call it a 66. Why? Well, because the 66 doesn't have the vents up in the B-pillar, all right? And yes, this one does not have the vents in the B-pillar. Now the guy that owns this car now, the real car, is Brian Hobaugh. And he races the car in SSCA Trans Am racing. And you can probably watch it on TV next time you see some of that stuff, going on. Now, he said the original owner, he's not the original owner of the car. He was the original owner took the side vents out of the B-pillar and made it smoother to make it look like the 66. So the car is actually a 65. The wheels that are on the real car, I have no idea what they are. They might be something from American Racing. You can look them up. But the ones on the Hot Wheel look a lot like the old torque thrust wheels, American Racing torque thrust. And they were, one of the coolest, and still are one of the coolest wheels out there. I still got a set of 14s somewhere up in the loft. But torque thrust were definitely cool wheels. Now this one here is in a nice red enamel, has a gloss black painted base on it, black interior, and dark smoked windows. The taillights are done up, the license plate's done up on the back, and that's pretty much it. Car is basic, and it's made for going real fast in any direction you want to point it. So really cool looking car. So there you go. These are all 5 of the Fast and Furious quick shifters, and I hope you had a little fun learning a little bit about the different cars. I had to learn a little bit about the import cars because really don't know much about them. But hope you had fun. Thanks for watching Hot Wheels TV. Appreciate it. Every time you guys stop by, please share our videos. Please tell your friends. Please subscribe, and of course, please be kind to one another. So until the next time we see you right here at Hot Wheels TV, you guys take care of yourselves. And as usual, if I messed anything up, let me know in the comments below. I'll get it straightened out. All right? Thanks. Bye-bye.